My name is Georgiana Jones and my husband Brett.
And we own the Jones Farm. So I was raised on this farm. It's a generational farm. So my great-grandfather started this farm back in the late 30s. Him and my grandpa dairy farmed until my great-grandpa decided to retire. My grandpa at that point sold the cows and converted to row crop farming. We always had some fruit, strawberries, raspberries, blackberries, sweet corn. When my grandpa decided to retire, my dad made the decision not to continue farming. So I started a landscape company. I kind of was searching for what will fill that farming void, and landscaping was an easy fix. It seemed like that was kind of natural, working in the dirt and growing things, but just on a different avenue. But farming was still in my blood. I wanted to raise my kids on the farm and have them learn that experience of hard work and dedication. So at that time, we were just starting our family, and I felt like the landscaping company was sustainable. About 2008, I decided to get back into farming and planted my first 10 acres of this black diamond. We're actively about 50 acres of blackberries.
You know, I didn't really have much to do with it until I started the farmers markets. So when we first started farming, it was more of a commercial business, and it was just another thing that Brett did. We have 4 girls, so I was mostly dealing with them. As the girls got older, they wanted to play competitive sports, and competitive sports are expensive. And so Brett and I were talking about it, and he looked out in the fields and said, this is how you're going to pay for it. Like, this is what we're going to do. So we started Fresh Market, and we started farmers markets, and the girls were our labor force. They picked the fruit, they sold the fruit, and now a couple of them play sports in college. So for me, it was just something that I did with the girls, and I've seen how it's changed them, and they're extremely proud of it. And that was where I got involved, was the Fresh Market. Brett stayed more on the commercial end of things, and I handled the fresh part of it. I feel like I reap the benefit of Brett's hard work. He doesn't get to the markets as much, but I get to see how excited people are by our product. So that's the most awesome part.
When I tell somebody that we had 90 acres of blackberries, they think we're crazy because they see blackberries growing in the ditch or on the side of the road. So I think a lot of what Georgiana is really educating at the market is why our blackberry is different than the wild blackberry that's growing just randomly. You know, the black diamond, is a thornless variety of fruit, and it's a larger, bigger cell, less seed. So just educating them on the berry itself, once you kind of get that message across, that once they've tasted it, they say, oh yeah, that's different. The word blackberry has almost a negative tone to it because it's like a weed to some people, but it's convincing them that it's not a seedy, small, tart blackberry.
A lot of people will say to me, so where did you get these? Or like, the bush must be really big that you picked these from. I mean, I didn't drive here and just grab them off the side of the road, but I mean, that's the mindset. It's kind of like a negative. And I always joke, like, our landscape company, we get rid of the blackberries, our farm, we grow the blackberries. But I do a lot of saying, our farm looks kind of like a winery. They grow on a vine. A lot of people will say, I don't like blackberries, I don't like seeds. And I'm like, oh, I got a blackberry for you, give it a try. And that's why we do samples. Samples are hands down key to what we do, because I have to convince people with the actual berry. The best part is when someone takes a bite. I mean, the reactions, you'd be amazed with how people react eating a berry. It's really entertaining.
On the commercial side, our berries will go to, we sell to a couple different canneries that either flash freeze the fruit, which is kind of individually freezing each berry, and then that potentially goes into, like Costco has a triple berry mix, and blackberry is part of that triple berry mix, and our berries are in that bag. It'll also go around the world to different bakers that are using it either for decoration or that they need that premium individually frozen berry. There also goes into jams and juices, could go into pies. Willamette Fruit Company, we used to sell a lot of fruit to them, and they're a big pie making company. So that's where it goes. Farming's tough. The markets can swing in both directions fairly quickly. So you have to be resilient. You have to be able to survive through the lean years and look forward to the good ones. But when you have a good one, you got to prepare for there's going to be some bad ones behind it. The benefit to our daughters have seen that. As a child, there wasn't a choice whether you worked on the farm. We all did. During harvest time, it wasn't a choice whether you wanted to go to work that day. You had to go. But I wouldn't trade my childhood for anything. And I felt like we had a rare opportunity to teach our kids the farming ethics and the work ethic that goes with that. And once you've learned that and you've done it, you can go into any field later in life and be able to use those tools that developed you and apply them to any career. So to me, the farm is as much of an education as it is an income. If we ever had a bad year farming, I just chalked it up that there's no free education. And so you pay for it one way or another, but I wouldn't trade even the bad years because it taught my daughters resilience. Like, you just can't quit, stay with it. We continue to do the right thing and things will work out. And they always have. We've been blessed many ways. I'm just happy that we got to raise our kids on the farm.
The passion and the love for farming that it takes is huge, and that is not for the faint of heart. And he does this and runs a landscaping business. So it's, when you're looking at your farmer, I don't know if there's any profession that's as driven by passion, because many years on paper it can be a loser, but you keep doing it, you keep hoping for the next year, it keeps going. So I don't know if there's many professions that are driven so much by passion as farming and hard work, resilience, and Brett works extremely hard, and he is the heart of the farm.
It's a great way to be able to live your life. I think it's the best gift that we could give our kids. It's definitely the best gift that my parents and grandparents gave me. It's hard work, but it's rewarding work, even though, it's tiring and disappointing at sometimes. I wouldn't trade it for anything. It's one of the most rewarding things that you can do when you can grow something and harvest it and market it. Then this is where the market comes in. You actually see the end user and the joy that they get from it. They get the joy not only from the fruit, but from the story that comes from the fruit. When they're buying the blackberries, they're buying us. That means they believe in us. And there's nothing more rewarding than that.